Main topic of the discussion today is MJ and the media, and how the media and the television can make their own image of someone who is good into a dark and devious and uncouth person. First of all, my opinion and my factual facts of who MJ is will come to part in this discussion. First of all, I've never met MJ myself personally, but I've met people who have shook his hand and known people who have protected him and been his bodyguards, and his people who have been up there to visit his house and been his amusement land and everything. And the images that not images, but the portrayal who I get as MJ is a man who devoted his life to the music, like a Shaolin monk. A Shaolin monk. Say, for instance, you brought a kid into the art of music at the small age, and he was built in him within God. He devoted probably pretty much every waking hour to his music. And so with that, he never had too much time to really be associated into the masses of world hoopla and gossip and all that bullshit. So a lot of stuff he was kind of sheltered. Let me come from my personal opinion, of which me and MJ share some similar background. MJ grew up in a Jehovah's Witness hall pretty much from the get-go, like I did. Jehovah's Witnesses, you have to be a Jehovah's Witness to know what the real deal is. You can't really be on the outside, because first of all, they ain't got no windows. You know what I'm saying? First of all, Jehovah's Witness was started by Sir Charles Taze Russell, who was a Masonic Scottish York Rite order. That's why they don't have no windows. First of all, he grew up in the same kind of environment I grew up in, kind of a strict and all biblical based, you know, on that type of doctrine. I'm not gonna get into all into that, but I know some of the same key things of why MJ did certain things in his life that he, you know what I mean? I know that because it's some of the factual things that I've lived through. So after MJ started figuring out that some of the things in the Jehovah's Witness Hall wasn't conducive for what he was really learning, and he started learning about blackness and black consciousness and world religion, all them things came apart to play later on as he started developing into his manhood. And we once talk about the roles of sevens and how they play in our life. 7 years. And when we become a man, and certain things just sparks upon us. So when he started becoming a man around 2021, he was just questioning certain things because he had grew up in this Jehovah's Witness hall. We got this thing about paradise and not the date. He had a lot of shit going on. So he had to, in a way, rediscover himself while still living in a strict domineering part of, even he had strictness from his household and a strictness back to his music. So the dude was in a strict arena all his life pretty much. So he adapted to that strict arena by living his life of sort of a childlike type thing. Not to say that he was making that up. That was a part of his personality. He was a Virgo, Leo, born in August. That's weekest coming up in the next few months. August. Virgo, Leo. Everything he did was upon that same theme. That's why we have to get back to know thyself. When you know yourself, you can go on and be the small God, small God, that God wants us to be, and pay homage to the Most High God. My MJ found his gifts. He knew it, not say found it. He was born with this gift, the gift of music. Virgo, the opposite of Virgo is Pisces. Both of these are compilated as the nurturer, the virgin who's pure and beautiful and nothing wrong with her. That is all within the theme of who MJ was. He tried to show you that. His lioness is shown when he get on the stage. Virgo's right next to Leo. He shows that when he gets on the stage. He shows a rock that no one could mess with him. He's the lion of his kingdom and lion of the jungle. MJ was a pure and good spirit, but misunderstood within these Western interpretations. And I'm going to tell you, MJ was a good guy. He spread his message of undying selfless love, almost like a male version of Mother Teresa. And matter of fact, I think Mother Teresa was a Virgo too. You must know yourself and be the God in you. MJ was that, and you can see that through his music. MJ showed the light and angelness that God has given us the skill to become. He saw the beauty and the pureness in children. So that's why he wanted to be around more or less children. And even if you look at it, if Jesus was around right now, I'm pretty sure that he would be around more children than around these fake ass adults that even me and you can become. We must always remember, a child is pure. They want some of the best company you can have, because they're going to keep it real. They're going to keep it real. And everyone I've met that have met MJ have said this guy was the coolest. He give you anything you want. I see that one cat, he went to his house. What's his name? Matter of fact, Raspy. I think it's Raspy, yeah. He said he went to his house, man, everything, rice galore, candy, man. When he left, they left him with a super big bag of candy. Now you tell me a man who would make a huge ass amusement park, and they said the amusement park was way better than Disneyland. Now come on, man. I'm not making no shit for nobody unless I truly and genuinely have that within myself and my own persona. Everyone who had met Michael Jackson, talked to the guy, said he was a cool mellow whistle, no front. This guy was like a god, man. Small guy. Remember this. MJ is sadly misinterpreted in these television. And let me mind you, MJ was also under great big pressure in the last few years of his life. He was coming out and telling folks about Tommy Mottola and the devilness of this music industry. And it's all coming out about this music industry and the selling of their soul. The selling of the soul is coming out. And what do you call that? Whatever that, whatever we call it, Illuminati, whatever we call it, is coming out and finding out what's really going on in the music industry and the messages that they give to the youth of the day. As you just zooming back, when blues and R&B became the mainstay of American culture, it was talked about as being bad, as devilish music. But when we get back and analyze them older songs, them truly genuine, good time, good oldie songs, the Temptations and all them type songs, they became the basis of what we call the goodie, oldies but goodies music, because they told a story, but they didn't have to say with explicit language what they were doing. They could have it in a style, an innuendish type style. They didn't have to say I was whoop-de-whoop to this. These dudes ain't got no talent to express their love skills. And I gotta say, the knowledge of the message in the media is expressed upon the youth for today is of degradation. Just listen to them songs, Tooted and Booted. Listen to the lyrics. Deplorable. Poker face. I know what they talking about. Deplorable. So once we get back to what's wholesome music lasts a lifetime. And no matter what they say about MJ, his music will last a lifetime. Pure music is pure music. It's gonna hit everyone's soul. It hit people's souls who 3-4 years old ain't no history about MJ, but they know that's a good song. And this is to the messages over the mass media and those who believe, which mean belie, in this mass media of television, which is pretty much owned by a few people. Fox, Turner, come on now. You gonna believe in what they wrote about a man? Man, go rape somebody, some